so that you can concentrate on the lesson. So the first one, I'm sure you can see that this arrow points to the left, meaning that our x is a real number, okay? But that real number is less than or equal to 7. So the answer for this one, it will be x is such that x is less than or equal, is less than only, is less than 7, but x is an element of real numbers.
It's negative.
Okay, let's put the negative. Okay, let's put the negative. Okay, so x is less than 7, sorry, negative 7. Alright, so this is straightforward. Right, then the next one, the arrow points to the right, which means the values of x are greater than the square root of 5. Therefore, the solution for this will be x is such that x is greater than or equal to 5, so the square root of 5, right? I'm putting greater than or equal to because the back of the arrow is shaded, such that x, now here x is also a real number, right? So those are your two answers. So if you did the work, just mark your work there to confirm it. Right, so this is straightforward. Then, here I gave you
We go back to your other one. For the B3, why you want to do x as an integer?
now, you see, we can't say x is an integer because there's an arrow here which is pointing to the left. So we can't say x is an integer. X is a real number, which means x can also be a common fraction, a decimal fraction, and so on. As long as there's a solid line or an arrow which is pointing to the left or right, it means x is a real number. Okay. All right. Can you tell me the question which I asked you to do? It's C what? 2. C2. So for C2, represent on a number line. So x lies between -3 to 10. Now remember, for the interval notation, x is always a real number. Okay? X is always a what? A real number. Therefore, if I draw my number line, like that, right, all I have to do is identify where -3 is and where 10 is. Since the -3 is not included, draw a circle on top, but don't shade it. The 10 is included, so draw a circle and then shade it. Then you join the two. Okay? So this is x lies between -10 and 10 inclusive. Okay, so that's your solution. Any question? Right? Let me see if I can copy this. Then move on to the next page, so I need to just duplicate that. We duplicate it again. Okay. Right, so I'm going to erase. I'm just going to drop the line. Like when I'm going to see whereby I have to redo it again. Now just erase this. Don't try that I've got another page with this way. This is the beauty of technology, by the way. Okay. Right, the next question is what? What's the next question?
C6.
C6. So we have got C6, this one here. So x lies between minus infinity and positive 7 inclusive. And all we have to do here is just to identify where 7 is. Then we draw a circle, then we shade it, must point to the left because our interval is minus infinity up to 7 inclusive. Okay, that's what you got. The 7 is the maximum, yes.
I put another point and put minus infinity.
You can't put minus infinity on a number line. Yeah, because remember, minus infinity is not a specific value. So we don't know what value is minus infinity, yes.
So what I had done is I put a solid shaded circle at 7, and then at -1, I put a unshaded one in front of that.
You put -1 somewhere here. Can I see that? What you are saying now is any value. But that's all right. Okay. Are you following? I just need to emphasize that for the interval notation, all your x values, they are real numbers. Therefore, we have to use solid lines and we also have to use arrows. Okay, that's only for what? For the interval notation. For the interval notation, x cannot be a natural number only, or a whole number only, or an integer only. No. That's a big no-no for the interval notation. That's clear. It's only for the set Buddha notation where an interval can be for integers only, natural numbers, or whole numbers only. All right. Let's carry on. The next question. What was the next question? 8. Okay. It's interesting that is in my head. So we have got C8. Right? So we have square root of 3 and square root of 8. So x lies between square root of 3 and square root of 8. So I have to put square root of 3 here, square root of 8 there. Since we have square brackets, it means both the lower limit and the upper limit are included. So I'll draw a circle top here and then shade it. And then another one there and shade it. Then I'll draw a solid line and then join it. That's the interval. So x can be any number between square root of 3 and 8, including both limits. All right.